I just want to say, because everyone's probably wondering, I agree with everything that you
Oh,
said.
no shit. Really?
Yeah.
What are the plans for DayZ today? We'll stick with it as long as I can, and we're probably going to try a different game today as well. I want to know what the best survival game is now. I want to gander. I found a big flaw in DayZ that I've finally realized after a long time playing what I really don't like about it. And I think DayZ's improved in a lot of ways. But and I broke it down to myself last night. DayZ is really only 3 areas of play. You're either in a city, you're either in a very, very convoluted dense forest, or you're in an absolutely open field. There's no in-betweens, there's no hybrids, it is all that. It is giant open fields, it is very, very dense tree lines, it is cities that all look the same. So, I think I finally found something I really dislike about DayZ. And it's the lack of diversity on their map, and even like, and I've never said this about any other game, their lack of fucking trees and diversity in objects for use of cover. It's like, think about it like this, okay? In PUBG, you can escape fights, but you can also be punished in fights that you open up on, and you might not leave yourself opportunity to escape. But let me tell you that in DayZ, there's no such thing. There is always opportunity for escape in DayZ, especially if you're in those dense tree lines. You run for about 5 seconds backwards, and you've crossed like 3 or 4 layers of these huge line of sight tree lines, right? And it's like when you look at other games that are properly developed, right, and they're developing every aspect of their own map, right? There are trees that have line of sight. There are hardcover trees mixed together. There might be some fucking rocks in there. No. But in DayZ, it's nothing but line of sight trees, and it's just ridiculous. Just doesn't make any sense, balance-wise. You know what I mean? So I think that's like one of the first huge, big, annoying things about this game, that it's like, I don't think I can ever get over that. You have to be on someone's ass, holding their pocket to keep track of them in this game.
A little crazy recently. Do you think
and there's some things that you can do about it, right? And it's like, if you want to maintain the integrity of your map or whatever, everyone's so like, okay, listen, for one, DayZ map has changed. We've seen a million different maps and still called them DayZ, okay? And then people are acting like, oh, Summit, don't change my DayZ. Don't change the tree line, Summit. Are you fucking serious right now? Your game has undergone insane amounts of changes over the last 10 fucking years. And Summit, don't take away the tree line's density. Are you serious? I couldn't believe it. Even the map changes, it's still the same fucking Chernarus I've been walking around for 8 years. Dude, I don't know how people can't see it. There needs to be double-edged swords all over your game, right? It's like, yeah, you can camp a tree line and hold people down in a city, but where's the double-edged sword there, right? Where's the double-edged sword for me being 20 feet from your ass, man? There is none, bro. If I don't kill you in my first shot, then you are fucking gone. There are some things you can do about it, though. Like I said, if you want to stick with the crazy line of sight, like, I need some information. I need to see some grass being pushed over. I need to hear sound effects. Like, if I can hear you sprinting still, then I can continue pursuit. And if I can hear that you have stopped, well, now we have ourselves a cat and mouse game. But what you have yourselves in DayZ is nothing less than a huge hide-and-seek match that is interrupted, but right back into the match within 2 seconds, dude. It's just, it doesn't make sense. You don't give enough information for it to be a possibility to properly and effectively pursue people. There's no blood trails. There's no pushed over anything. Your guy sprints like he's Usain Bolt in DayZ on a dime and makes no noise doing it. There's no information whatsoever in these immensely dense forests, which are already taking away your eyesight. Forest fights are dumb in DayZ, and it's the only game that has problems like that. What other survival game have you played where you've had problems fighting people in the forest? Except DayZ. And tell me why that DayZ has had a million problems and their devs have made a million mistakes, but they can't possibly have done that on the map. No. Summit, you're stupid. Because that's the one thing they're perfect at. They're gods. Gotta get a water. Ignorant. I don't know. People act like I'm out here trying to like ruin their game. And it's like, dude, I played DayZ, and then people are out here calling me out. This one guy wouldn't stop saying, Summit, your opinion is absolutely invalid, or someone else's opinion is not invalid about me only being around video games for a week and then moving on. And I told this dude, I was like, dude, I've been playing DayZ probably longer than you, man. I've been playing DayZ for a million years, and it's not like the map has changed when it comes to in regard to what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? And he still said, doesn't matter, bro. It doesn't matter. You are moving on in a week, so it just doesn't matter. Oh, dude, it's not like I'm trying to like hurt the game. I'm trying to like, I want to see the game be better, you know? And I'm telling you right now, like the lack of, you guys have a problem in your forest, dude. I mean, dude, let me tell you this, okay? I mean, your tree lines are so much the same and all so wrong and poor. Dude, DayZ literally paints their trees. Okay? There's no individual process of going through and setting stuff and balancing distance from each other. No. There's a fucking circle. They placed over a map and they fucking blah. Here's a tree line for you, dude. Ask that game how many Survivor games he's won. Ah, no. You know how lucky I got in that. You know how lucky we got in that game, Shizzle. I don't think you understand that me and Shades, that entire game, had no idea where we even were. Every single transition into the next circle, we were absolutely late as fuck, barely even getting there. In fact, the last circle, Shizzle, the devs shot at us, trying to kill us while we were in our truck, trying to make it into the circle. So the old Battle Royale circle chat was not some fucking, like, storm that killed you. It was a dev squad that was loaded up with guns, hunting your ass down. And you can fight your way out of it and get in, you know what I'm saying? Which was, yeah. Lyric got killed by a gate, and then I one-tapped him on the floor. He was still alive. I wonder how Sack feels about DayZ right now. Listen, I can tell you, me and Sacro, listen, how about this? Nobody's, like, brought me a fair argument yet, besides realism. Realism seems to be the main argument, or it's not a BR, and it's not Warzone. Seems to be everyone's defense here. No one's brought me any proper justification for anything. No one's brought me anything. You know, no one's had a counter argument whatsoever. Besides realism, bro. That's how it's for. Have you ever tried tracking someone in the forest, bro? I mean, doing that dance, man. Have you ever been in the jungle, bro? The forest, bro? Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, man, dude. I remember the last time I fucking shot a guy right in his back with a fucking rifle like that, and he kept sprinting away at the same fucking speed as me. Oh my God, chat. Dude, you guys are just, You know, ranting is one of the most fun things I do on this channel. One of the most fun things I do for myself. And you guys are fucking babies. How many times do I have to read in the chat, are you okay, bro? Why are you so mad, bro? Like, holy shit. You guys must be new here, man. Fucking Christ. Hit the X button, please, if you're thinking like that right now. It's so boring. Fucking hell, man. Having an unpopular opinion in gaming is fucking hilariously fun. A good time. A fucking debate that should happen anyways. Holy shit, man. People out here acting like I'm trying to ruin their game. People acting like it's just like some crazy fucking serious thing. It's a fucking video game, right? Just because I'm raising my voice, getting into it, having fun with it. Jesus fuck, man. I feel like Twitch has evolved in all the wrong ways, man. We're going the wrong direction. Serious at the wrong moments, you know? And completely, bafflingly, not giving a fuck and in the wrong moments too. It's crazy, dude. You guys can't pick them. Dude, the world we live in right now, dude. You'll just fucking nonchalantly drop an N-bomb on a channel, be a complete asshole, and on the other end of the spectrum, you know what I mean? It's like you'll fucking white knight for your video game so hard and act like I'm trying to ruin your whole community. I'm confused, man. Like, the serious levels are so fucking opposite ass backwards. It's so weird. You're getting so mad about a video game, bro? Like, yeah, what else do you want me to get mad at, man? Are there better things you would like me to get mad at right now? Is it better to get mad at things in the real world? Like, I'm sorry that, you know, I'm getting pissed at a video game at this moment. And other things are going on for you, dude. And it's not, you know, lining up with your life expectations right now. That I'm fucking mad at how a video game runs. I'm sorry, dude. And it's not even like I'm not mad about it at all today. I was mad about it yesterday. Today, I want to know... I want to hear a debate on it. I want to hear how it can be fixed. I want to hear if anybody else even agrees or has a problem with it as well, or has had a problem with it. That's what I'm trying to be here for. All the guys that are saying, like, why are you being mad, crying, all that, like, yeah, dude, you guys are just raising your hand, being worthless to the conversation, man. Give me, like, real, like, something to read. That's all I'm saying. In, like, a very harsh, mean way, yeah. But fuck, man. I look at this shit every day. Everyone gets so serious on the topics that shouldn't be. And then everyone's nonchalant about the other ones. Hey, listen. Let's talk about this, okay? Forget all that shit. Let's talk about this. I want to talk about what you guys think is something small, right? The tree line. And like the density of it. And how you can pursue people or not pursue people in DayZ. Right? And the difference is why that's different than other genres or other games in the same genre. You know, what's different about Miscreated versus DayZ in that aspect? Are the maps really designed differently that way? Are the trees laid out the same? You know what I'm saying? I want to know. Because it seems to me like you legit have to be on someone's ass in DayZ to be able to follow them at all. You know what I mean? And the only thing you're really doing is predicting, right? You have to predict where they're going to go. But that is fucking impossible. Especially when their thought process is, I don't want to go in the predictable areas. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I wonder if I was going this way and I stop in a tree and I wait for 30 seconds and then I go this way. That's a pretty tough prediction. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard, man. I feel like there's not enough information given to you during a DayZ pursuit. Even in, like, cities, it's hard. It's easy to lose people, man. You lose people every second in that game. As soon as you're off your screen. Why? Because no information. Maybe it's not the trees, man. Maybe it's the sound. Maybe it's the lack of just ways to get information. They're taking away all your senses, essentially, man. You know what I mean? It's the sprint speed. I think the sprint speed is a little too insane as well. I think it should take a second for him to start sprinting. Right? Kind of like Halo 5. Remember how, like, Halo 4, Halo Reach, your guy sprints on a dime. Halo 5 comes out, your guy takes a second to get to full speed, you know? Maybe it takes him a little while from putting his gun down to, like, sprinting or something. Dude, I don't know, man. It just doesn't seem like there's any double-edged sword whatsoever to being a bush Wookiee out there. If somebody spots you, if you don't kill him in the first bullet, that man is bye-bye, my friend. He's gone, right? You could be 20 feet behind him, and if you don't kill him pretty quickly, chances are he's bye-bye, my friend, right? It's like, that's a tough pill to swallow for me. It's like, if you think about something like EFT, while has similar trees in it, not as many, obviously, right? It has more sources of cover, more diversity on their maps, but there are, like, on their forest map, a lot of fucking Christmas trees around. But their sound effects are heavy, you know what I mean? Super heavy. So it's like any type of movement that you're seeing or any type of movement that happens, like you have a very strong sense to make up for your lack of one, right? It's like, but that doesn't happen in DayZ either. Shroud was able to lose 3 people in the forest that were on his ass and then turn around and kill all of them. I mean, dude, that's like but that is a double-edged sword. That's the one double-edged sword that DayZ has and always will have, at least on officials, is numbers, right? It's like, your higher numbers mean you have more opportunity to kill people, but your higher numbers mean finding people are more difficult and reacting to them are more difficult. But yeah, once you start a pursuit in the forest, the advantage immediately goes on the opposite end, right? It's like it shifts. The advantage shifts without a doubt. So if someone smacks me with a bullet and I run back into the forest, maybe like 4 layers, right? Now the advantage is absolutely in my hands and out of the pursuer's hands, right? Because he has 2 choices. He either pursues into the forest, and I'm now using my sound effects. I've now been given a sense that he won't have. Or I pretty much get to leave the vicinity free of charge without him being able to really pursue me much further because of how dense the forest is. First person I've ever seen debate about anything other than vehicles in DayZ. It's been grinding 7 years, and the devs still haven't figured out how to fix vehicles. It is what it is now. It will never change. You either learn to adjust and play the way it is, or just don't play it. Not worth even spending time. I mean, I disagree. I think DayZ's in a fine state and doing great, and they've made changes to their game that have been fantastic. Even if they don't change anything to their forest, like whatever. I mean, I know they won't. I know they won't. Nothing like that's going to change. So nothing's in jeopardy here. But I am stating a flaw of what I think is in their game. Without a doubt. It's a survival game. And where you spend, you can spend upwards of 5 hours on a character, man. If you can spend a lot more than that, don't get me wrong, but I'd say your average character, you can spend upwards of like 5 hours on a character. And I feel like in a survival game, it very much deserves to have an EFT-esque senses, bro. Like, you can hear very well in that game. You can see very well in that game. There's diverse cover and different spots for that game. It's just, yeah, DayZ is severely lacking in that aspect, I think. That's my problem, I think. I don't know if it's the trees per se and just the forests, but something's wrong. Birds being disturbed on trees, stuff like that. You guys may not think that it's a problem, but I feel like I've played enough survival games to be able to kind of like say that there's absolutely a problem. Without a doubt. But what is the solution to that problem is going to be very different from person to person, I imagine. And some of you guys may not think there is a problem because DayZ is your love, dude. And yeah, don't change my love, man. Oh, Jesus. We're going to be checking out some other survival games. I want to know who the real king is. If it's truly DayZ. I don't know, man. If you break down DayZ, there's only 3 types of areas, man. There's only 3 types of areas. Big, giant, open fields. Huge, dense forests that are bigger than cities. And cities. Hey. I'm hoping Livonia's a better setup. And your cities, I mean, dude... I love DayZ, man. And, I some of those cities are nostalgic as fuck, and I would never want to see them gone. But, man, all the cities look the same in that game. All the cities look the same. All the forests look the same. It's the only game I've ever played where I don't know where the fuck I'm at pretty much at all times. I think if I made my own survival game, each city would have their, their spice. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be a fucking landmark that you can all see... or something. You'd absolutely know when you were looking at it what made it special. You know what I'm saying? And I love forest fights. You see me play battle royale games, and I'm in the forest at all times. I'm not trying to go into the building areas too often. You know what I mean? I like fighting in the forest. But PUBG forest fights are actually fights. And those fights consist of retreating and using hill cover. And backing up, and yeah. So I mean, it's no difference in the sense that you can still escape fights. It's just a double-edged sword. It's not as easy to just be like, well, I'm just gonna back into 17 layers of line of sight trees. Like, can I get some line of sight trees with maybe a little bit of layer of hard cover trees? Maybe there's a fucking rock or 2. Then maybe there's a couple more line of sight trees. Then maybe there's some more hard cover trees over here with maybe a couple more line of sight trees. Maybe a rock in between them. Like, Just give me a little bit of like, you can potentially hunt, but they can still potentially fall back. But there is room for both hunting and hunted double-edged swords. You know what I'm saying? Not just all one. I don't know, man. Hi, girly. How you doing? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna play. Yeah, I'm down, Sean. I'll meet you on Discord. Your problem is that it caters to people running and hiding. But what if that's their intention? What if the tree lines are meant to be for places to escape rather than balanced for PvP? That's what makes it a survival game, not a pure PvP game. No, what makes it a survival game is you have a huge job. Dude, you can't be serious right now. How much more survival do you need? You are on a gigantic map. What are you talking about? I'm just saying that your survival should be a little bit more difficult and not just a get out of jail free card, brother. You run for 5 seconds and you're gone. I don't know, man. If we're talking about a survival game, is DayZ really hard, man? If you're one of those guys that's just like, oh, I don't want a PvP, I'm just out there surviving, brother, man, it's not hard to be fucking a forest guy forever and never get caught. And even if you do get caught, run. You don't ever have to fight people. You can stay out in the forest forever if you want, man. Survive away. Dude! You want to know what's so funny about this one? I said DayZ needs to remove 50% of their trees and 80% of their Christmas trees. Never had worse forest battles or tracking people in any game. Obviously, I was exaggerating. I thought I was coming off as an obvious exaggeration on numbers, because who knows what the actual number is of what trees need to be changed. I just want more. The point is diversity in trees. Someone said, I'd like to hear Sacriel's take on this. Sacriel42, if anyone questions his dedication to DayZ, you can suck my fucking nuts, okay? And he simply said, I agree. Suck it. It's not as far-fetched as you think. One guy who plays the game agrees with some. GG boys, wrap up the convo. It's over. Yeah, listen, just saying. At least it's not just a fucking far-fetched ass, I'm not talking out of my ass type of thing, all right? I like to think I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Even if you guys don't, it's fine. Okay. I'll tell you exactly how to fix it. I'll tell you exactly how to fix your trees. I'll tell you exactly how to make DayZ a better game right now. You do all of the above. Okay? You want a true survival game, that's how you do it. You shouldn't be able to just hide in millions of trees. You know what I'm saying? The diversity of trees needs to change. Christmas tree, line of sight tree. Hardcover tree, rocks for hardcover. All simultaneously mixed into forests. Okay? Balanced, distance proper, good. Sprinting should not be on a dime. Should take some time to get to full speed. Grass, when you walk over it, should flatten. Blood trails and sound effects need to be increased. You want to do all those things? Hey, do it. And that your game will be 10 times better. That's my opinion. A go
I'm
on
here
their
to bring
map.
positivity.
What's up, man?
I just want to say, because everyone's probably wondering, I agree with everything that you
Oh,
said.
no shit. Really?
Yeah. Fucking Chernarus is a waste of space and should be deleted.
Dude. You know, it's tough to say that because I know it's nostalgic. You know what I mean?
I mean, it is nostalgic, but that's the only reason why people are okay with it. That's literally the only reason why people are like, oh, I'm down.
It's so funny that there can be that people do recognize that DayZ has made a million mistakes everywhere else, but they can't, you know, like even take in for 2 seconds that their trees are too thick. Like, come on, man, it's not that big of a deal. Like.